Suerte, guapetones.
Suerte.
Suerte, Alberto. Pasarlo bien, tío.
Y tanto.
Gracias, Willy.
Gracias, Willy.
Oye, perdona, Espi, eso es chantaje.
Ya, yo no voy a decir nada.
La camisa.
Voy a pelear contra el
No
árbitro.
voy a disparar, lo voy a decir, no, tío.
La camisa. Willy, tú no puedes estar aquí porque.
You guys couldn't hear me, could you, the whole time? So anyway, welcome to the top 8 game from the Grand Championship 2019 from Spain for X-Wing. You're watching the game that was voted for popularly on Facebook. We got 60 votes, something like that. Yeah, sorry about the sound. I hadn't realised I'd turned the microphones off last night. And you are watching Alberto Diaz Guindo on one side of the table playing Arvel Krin with crack shot and intimidation, Hira Syndulla with crack shot and Saw Gerrera, and Corin Horn with crack shot, fire control system and R2D2. Oh, that's right, I have to do this now. Whilst on the other side of the table we have Javier Espinosa from Black Squadron, Madrid, España. The Black Squadron is the group. I should have really put Adres Choo Choo Squadron up on the screen. I'll see if I can do that now as we get underway. He's playing Suntirfel with Predator, Hull Upgrade and Shield Upgrade. Rear Admiral Shirino with Lone Wolf, Novice Technician, Darth Vader, Moff Jedgerod, Proximity Mines, Hull Upgrade and Dauntless. Right. Now, there's one thing I have to confess as we get underway, and let's hope, I shouldn't really curse things here, but I have to work on that transition as well. Let me see if I where was the transition? Here? Yeah, okay. Global count stinger. Alright. Edit. And let's up that to like, oh, not like that though. 1000 milliseconds. Okay, so one of the things I have to confess is that the Rear Admiral Chirino hull values are not going to be correct. This is something new for me, that like the Ghost and the Rear Admiral Chirino are taking shield upgrades and hull upgrades, as we've got so many points left over after doing these 2-ship builds in 2nd edition, that when I made when I first set up my software nearly 3 years ago, I was like, yeah, maximum hull and shield values total 16, so I only need to make 16 spaces, right? Well, yeah, so that's part of the reason why you're only seeing 3 shields on Chirino, okay? So please bear in mind, Chirino has, let me see the swing here, hang on a sec. Chirino has 4 shields. Oh, I haven't pressed the synchronize button, hang on a sec. Sync. Chirino has 4 shields, not 3. And there's nothing I can really do to fix that very quickly right now. So I do appreciate your understanding on that matter. And let me pull up the list here, because there's some interesting stuff to discuss with Espi's list, Javier Espinosa. Don't want this. I want this one. And hopefully I'll be joined by a commentator partner shortly. We got Fernando is over there, but he's watching the Portuguese game. Who else could I have that I know's got a very good control of English and would be chatty enough to keep me busy? Because Tony Fulgrim was supposed to join me, but he's obviously partied too hard last night and is in recovery. Delete that squad, add, and I want Imperial. Suntirfel, of course. And Chirino, be further down towards the bottom. There he is. Right, and Chirino's got the, what did we say it was? Lone Wolf, Novice Technician. I've not seen Novice Technician before. Let's see here, Lone Wolf. And then I'll go through the list as a whole. Where's the Novice Technician? I guess it would be towards the bottom, right? Oh yes, a little Jawa thing. What's it called? Outlaw Tech or something like that before. Novice Technician, Darth Vader, Jedgerod. for that free boost. And proximity mines, dauntless, and hull upgrade. No torpedoes on there. Proximity mines are going to be interesting as well here as they get into the thick of engagement. Well, I think that's it. All right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 upgrade cards. 1, 2, 6, 7. Yep, okay. And Suntir fell with Predator.
Wallet.
There he is.
Dos.
Hull upgrade and shield upgrade, right? Yeah. Doubling up on the beef. Whilst over on the other side of the table. Right, so yeah, so let's go through SB's list here. So Suntir, we all know about he's getting the free focus token for people that are in his bullseye arc. Predator giving him a free reroll when people are in a bullseye arc. Hull upgrade and shield upgrade to make him a little bit more tankier as a more solid squad piece to go alongside Chirino, and almost making him pretty much the same pound for pound as Whisper. Not as defensive, but pretty good. Then you've got on the other side, then you've got Lone Wolf on Rear Admiral Chirino. So wait, so Chirino is when you perform an attack, if you are a reinforced and the defender is in your forward or rear, matching your reinforced token, you may change one of your focus results to a crit result, right? When Lone Wolf allows him to, while defending or performing an attack, if there are no other friendly ships on range 0 to 2, you may spend 1 charge to re-roll one of your dice. Darth Vader, at the start of the engagement phase, you may choose one ship in your firing arc at range 0 to 2 and spend 1 force. If you do, that ship suffers 1 hit damage unless it chooses to remove 1 green token. Moff Jedgerod, during the system phase, you may spend 2 charges. If you do, choose the bank or straight 1 templates. Each friendly ship may perform a red boost action using that template. Novice Technician, at the end of the round, you may roll 1 attack die to repair 1 face-up damage card. Then, on a hit result, expose 1 damage card. So repairs 1 and exposes 1. Alright. Proximity mines during the system phase. You may spend 1 charge to drop a proximity mine using the 1 straight template. This card's charge cannot be recovered. Hull upgrade and Dauntless, allowing him to do an action if he bumps. And so the advantage with the Moff Jedgerod is that it's a red boost action, but they do it before they move. So if they've still got a blue maneuver planned in, we're off to combat already. And I can't see those dice. 1, 2, 3 hits. There's a lot of reflection coming over that side of the board. Was it just 1? And I think for being reinforced on the front arc, it made no difference for just 1 hit. You've got 1 hit, 2 hits and a crit there. Rolls 1, 2 evades and a focus, spends the focus. Just loses, no, it doesn't spend the focus, loses shield on Arvel Crinit. Arvel's got bullseye. 2 hits. Oh, he's taking off his shields. So he's taken off 3 shields so far.
No.
So as it stands, the display is correct with Chirino having 1 shield, right? But he's actually lost 3. He's not lost 2 because of the limitations of my software. Okay, yeah. It's only a little tiny bit though. I could probably make it a little bit more see-through. Now I think he's deciding whether or not to double tap with Corran right now. An interesting choice for Espinosa, Javier Espi, to have moved Chirino so far forward while keeping Sunte so far back. Yes, the idea is to have Alberto focus on Chirino with all three ships, while Sunte can look for an opening to flank.
¿Vale?
Okay, so he's going for it, and he gets one hit, 2 focuses. They get spent. 3 more damage going into Chirino. No, just one?
La vaca la pone por aquí, ¿vale?
Oh, wait. Okay, now it's correct. He's moving it over there, right? Okay, he's keeping the damage cards on the other side of the board. That's all right. I can keep track of that. And they're back to dials now. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to see if I can get a commentator partner. Porque, no sé, pero me prefería que este se fastidia que este. Si quiere lo voy a dejar así. No lo tengo ni idea, pero es la primera vez que he conseguido hacer este multidisplay funcionar y parpadea un poco. No lo sé si vale la pena.
Aquí, que luego Willy me regaña, tío. Muy madre, tío. Dejando todo por medio.
Ahora mismo, pero ya lo veremos cuando pasó eso. Ya veremos.
Igual el soplido.
Puede ser, no, porque ese puerto apenas se usa, así que... Okay, so... Arvo pulling in alongside Chirino here. He won't be able to get that boost to get into contact with the base. And it looks like Chirino used Moff Jerjerod, right, to do that boost to the left. While I was busy messing around with screens. And it's Corin Horn that actually bumps. So well placed Jerjerod boost there to be able to mess with Arge's plans from Chirino.
A ver, tampoco puedo hacer mucho más porque voy a hacer así.
So Hera takes a 2-turn to the left. Looks like he just misses that gas cloud. And target locks Chirino. Chirino takes that one bank to the right. Arvel lined up for a good shot here. The Chirino Art currently facing forward to back. No, it's working better now. And Sunte gently creeping up behind Hira Sundula.
Vale, vale. Inicio fase de combate.
Sí.
Es que corren este en todos. La vaca también está en todos.
Yo no te digo a quién disparar.
¿Cuánto vale la vaca y cuánto vale correr?
La vaca vale 83, corran 79. Lo confirmo, pero 83 vacas, 79.
Más grande que la piedra.
No, 76 corran, 83. ¿Vale?
Ley de la vaca.
Vale. Vídeo de la vaca, me lo como, no tengo nada.
Son tiro en el ojo.
Okay.
Y
So Sunte gets the focus for his bullseye arc for having here in his bullseye arc.
con el ojo,
Vale.
And gets
Vale.
3 hits, and 4 hits on the. No, where's my display? Jeez. Hang on a sec. Right, so she's lost all 4 shields now on Hira Sundula. This will be Hira or firing back. And 1, 2, 3 damage cards go on.
Vale, pues mi vaca la tuya.
2 damage cards go on for that attack, sorry. 3 damage cards now on Chirino. 2 hits and a crit, rerolls the blank. So 2 hits and a crit. Damage cards going on to Hira Sundula. One's face up, looks like a structural damage.
Muy bien, ese crítico.
Me gusta,
a tope,
me gusta.
A tope, claro que sí.
Va a buscar el rango de ahora.
So the first points have gone on the board for Javier now, having got half points on Hira Sundula.
Siempre me equivoco yo.
No, no, no.
Siempre pienso de que si yo
Es que,
sabe... Sí.
es que lo han cambiado ahora y es...
Sorry.
No te preocupes.
Yo son 3 dados y para su muera.
There's 2 hits and a focus. Becomes 3.
Dan 7, ¿no?
Takes 2 because of the reinforce. It's got 8 hit points left. Half points. So 60 to 42 is the current score. We're going to take those big fat turrets down as fast as possible is what was the game plan here. And back to dials again. Now, Chirino here in a situation where he could be facing, well, it's impossible for Arvel to really get into a point where he can't bump against Chirino because Chirino moves after him, so he can't really do it like that. He'd have to get in front of him and try and find the blocking position to stop Chirino. From where Chirino is, I'm guessing he's probably going for a 2-turn to the left to avoid the gas cloud. He could go right. Could be tight. But I think he wants to. I think that the left turn is the easier option for him to make it harder for Hira to pursue him, right? And allow Suntir to continue to chase Hira because because Arvel moves first, right? Yeah, Arvel moves first, and so he'd want to come up along, and then even if Hira was to activate first, maybe with 2 turns, she'd probably end up more or less a little bit further ahead of where Chirino is now. But then he'd be blocking Corrin as well. So he's got to worry when he's positioning here. He's got to think about where Corrin's going to be a lot more, and that area where Hira wants to be, which is pretty much where Chirino is right now, is going to be a very precious real estate.
Eso es poco decoroso, tío.
Exacto.
Eso es un warning.
Eso es un warning, ¿eh?
Poco decoroso.
Y aquí estamos concentrados algunos. Ay.
There's a problem with the sound? Oh, let's see. I got the right audio device selected, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Maybe the echo might be coming through the mixer, as I've got another microphone open. Might make sense. Okay, so as it is, Chirino probably wanting to turn to the left to make it harder for Javier Sin Duda to follow. Arvel really wants to try and leverage his abilities by setting up a block, but he needs to get in front of Chirino to do that, and so then he needs to be facing the opposite direction. So 5k turn, but he needs to reposition to really be able to ensure the block. If Chirino has gone for a 2 turns to the left, there's not much Arvel can do to really block him. So it might actually be in Arvel's best interest to just 1 straight here, or maybe just a 4 straight. And then, yeah, if he was to 4 or 5 straight and then barrel roll to the left, he might be able to block that 2 turn from Chirino, although his arc could be facing the wrong way to be able to leverage his ability. Sindula can be in a situation here because she's moving first as well, so there's no way she can get into the space where Chirino is, unless... How many charges does Moff Jedrod need? He needs to spend both charges, and he only recovered 1 at the moment, so he won't be able to jump forward again and drop another proximity Ryan right into the place where he is now, which would have been a good combination right now. Just use that Moff Jedrod to boost forward straight and drop the proximity mine right where he is now, because that's pretty much the space where all those rebels are going to be flying through. Guaranteed to get that proximity mine to destroy, to explode. You can see the table, huh? I'm pretty sure you can see the table on the camera right now. Pretty sure you can see the table 100% right now. Just like those people standing behind the table can see the table. I think you've pretty much got everything you need to know right now.
¿Vale? ¿Tú, la mina?
Sí, sí, está claro. La otra no estaba tan clara y por eso ha fallado, pero esta...
So he drops the proximity mine anyway, hoping he's managed to force Hira over it by not moving Chirino or even onto it. But if Hira went for a turn maneuver, a left turn, she's probably going to bump into Chirino and not make the mine, and probably just have enough clearance to be able to get through on the next turn.
La mina es 1 y 2 dados míos, ¿no? La mina es 1 y 3 dados míos. ¿Quién cree que se la coma? Básicamente, la vaca... Es que la vaca ni se la va a comer. Se la va a comer. La vaca choca. ¿Vale?
Vale. Gracias.
Se enganchó en el...
Yeah. Oh, she went straight, eh?
Y corran 3 abiertos.
And just decided that's what she's going to do. So, but there, it's hard to say from this position. But I think the next turn, does she count as having touched it already? No, Corin goes over it. Okay, so Corin Horn takes damage. 2 hits from the proximity mine.
Mándamale pronto. Hago impulso. Ay, cabrones.
So yeah, 3 hits from the proximity mine. Update, overlay. Come on, there we go. Done.
Lástima que no hayas hecho el impulso, tío. Sí, por eso digo que lástima que no hayas hecho el impulso. Porque te me quedabas ahí, o sea, me chocaba y te metía la vaca con todo, tío. Ahora me quedo ahí. Me quedo ahí golosón. Porque de ahí... Oye, Corran está 3, tío. Es que entre el tiro de Chile y el tiro de Sonti no puedo entiendo la torre. Me quito un problemón. Gracias a... Voy a apretar el culo, tío.
Esquiva.
Gana el ojo. Intento Vader. A Corran, ¿vale?
Right, so Suntir. Oh no.
Vale.
¿Y no pierde la fuerza?
Porque dices la nave antes. Vale, pues empieza Sontir. Vale.
Yeah. Suntir firing on Corin. Gets 1 hit, 1 crit and a focus. No, 2 hits and a crit. Focus gets spent for 4. 3 hits and a crit. There's 1 evade, a focus. Focus gets spent. Takes 2. Face up is a disabled power regulator.
Vale, 4 dados.
Now Corin returns fire on Shirano. Suntir, sorry. 1, 2, 3 hits and a blank. 2, 1 evade, 2 focuses, 2 focuses. Spends the evade. And takes a damage card in the shield. Shirano is going to try and take Corin Horn off the board now. 3 hits will do it for him. blank, blank, evade, focus.
La mira, la dos blanca de la vaca.
De la vaca, sí.
Pero bueno, dados son.
¿Estás, no?
Dados son. No,
No hay que tomárselo, tío.
no, claro, y tanto. Y tanto.
Es que si no.
He dudado muchísimo, era Seba así. Y tenía que haber elegido la primera. El 5 recto y el 4 recto.
Ay, que yo estoy metiendo todo, que metido todo con Santi, que metido todo con Chiri.
So Coronhorn goes down in a blaze of glory, and Javier Espinosa takes the lead again. Now we've got a severely hobbled here at Sindula.
Me queda pequeñajo.
Era chiquitín.
With half points damage. 1, 2, 3 damage cards? Yeah, 3 damage cards. And Arvel Crinid already having lost a shield. Now, if Sindula was able to switch direction now, to be able to bring firing arc on Sun, there's a possibility she could get him off the board this turn. But it would be a question of playing heavy, and hoping that Suntir falls straight into the trap. That 4K turn would fit, and that would give her ample space to be able to get Suntir in most arcs. The only problem would be if Suntir was to take a free bank to the right and maybe even boost left.
Cerrado. Ojo con el ojo de impulso.
So, Arvel takes a free turn to the right and boosts. Free turn to the left and boosts left. Focuses after for a linked action.
Tensión. No te estoy leyendo.
No, está a punto, pero lo que pasa es que
Ya te escorabas demasiado.
Sí,
Te escorabas demasiado. O sea, yo pensaba que venías para aquí para ampliar.
Shirano takes a free turn to the left and rotates arc forward to back. Shirano goes for that free bank. Yeah, the 4K turn from Hira. Now a boost to the left or even forward will get him out of arc. Yeah. It's going to be hard for Hira to try and nail Suntir down. And it was pretty much the best option available to the VCX on this turn. But yeah, it was easily called as well on SP for SP. So looks like Shirano firing on Arvel. There's 2 free hits after spending a focus token. Arvel rolls 1, 2, evades, and a focus, 3 to evade. There's 2 hits there from Arvel back, and Shirano rolls an evade. So manages to only take 1 damage card that turn, and that's going to take a lot of effort for. It's going to take a lot of work for Alberto to remove Shirano from the board that way. Having had Suntir disengage a little bit this round, a good, strong, fast maneuver from Hira here would put her back in range, striking range of Chirano to be able to get a 4-dice attack. He's got Arvel coming from the rear, so it's kind of like giving Chirano up. He can't shoot both. He can't have both options. He has to pick which one. Only one can be shot at. Maybe he has to rotate his arc because he wants to focus on Hira to left, right. With Chirano being such a heavy piece on the table, and a lot of Alberto's list depending on crack shot, this is going to be a very difficult battle for Alberto. And he's boosting up to get as close as possible in case Chirino goes full throttle forward. Two straight from Hirasindula, which I think is about as far as she could go on a blue maneuver. Yeah. And target locks. Chirino turns in. Yeah, doesn't need to rotate that arc there. He's got a good shot on Hira. Reinforces front. And Suntia takes the obvious free turn to the right. Left, sorry, and probably boost left. Might even get an arc on. No, I don't think so. No arc there.
Buenas compras me ha dejado.
Ya, tío. No, es que no me entra ni para Dios ahí.
Bueno, si quieres intentarlo.
Ni para Dios. Vale, Vader.
And Espinosa playing very aggressive with Chirino since the start of the game. Gives the damage through Darth Vader to Hira.
Rango 2, supongo.
Range 2, Hira firing on Chirino. Gets 1, 2 blanks and a focus. Rerolls the blanks for the target lock. And they all get converted to the crits for Saw Gerrera. So 1 hit, 3 crits.
Después de que haga su acción, tira un ataque con un impacto crítico. Vale. Tensión. Segundo, 2 estreses.
You've got a wounded pilot, panicked pilot, and... Is that it?
Y tercero,
No.
¿Cuál?
Weapons failure.
Ese me gusta. Te gusta, lo agradezco.
pues nada, aquí. Dos.
Firing back, 2 dice only does 2 damage. That weapons failure could have been what swings the game in Alberto's favor.
Estaba 3, Vader, Show y los dos ahora. Y yo el blanco fijado lo gastaré.
Hang on, he's got a no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 1 from the Saw Gerrera attack.
Ahí, está aquí, ¿vale? ¿Estás a 4?
There's 2. There's a hit and a crit.
Crítico antes de que entre en combate, tirando el ataque con un impacto.
Sounds like a console fire. Yep, console fire. 2 hit points left now on the decimator. Hira 3. A duel of the Titans here.
Bueno, es que le ha quitado. Dime. A 2, ¿no? Yo estoy a 3, ¿vale?
And they go back to dials. Oh, thrilling engagement there. Could have been very swingy. It would have been gone a lot worse for Alberto had he not have been lucky enough to get a weapons failure, weapons disabled. What's it called now? Weapons failure crit on Chirino before he had the opportunity to fire that round. It looks like he's flipped the card over already. Oh, wait. He used the novice technician to repair the card, right? I get it. So flipped it down.
Fire y el de Guindo. Este sí.
Right.
Este.
And it looks like he's made a decision here. Difficult for Hira really to get anywhere here and try and keep Chirino in front arc. Maybe wants to try and set up a block with, I don't know, maybe a one bank to the left. A free block to be able to prevent Chirino from getting shots off on her for free, because she wants to make sure that there's an equal exchange of fire here. They're pretty much in the same conditions. Chirino's on 2 hit points, Hira's on 3. A single good combat phase could take either of them off. And so here what Alberto really wants is to try and block Chirino, try and decline the opportunity for those two to attack while trying to position Hira to be able to get into a position for the next turn. If he does that one bank to the left, he gets in an excellent position to do a 4K for the next turn and still get a shot off on Chirino. But we've got Suntir coming up from behind. Now, this was obvious from Arbor Krina to do a 2 bank to the left and try and get himself into a position where he thinks he's going to try and do that boost. And even if he bumps, he can still go halfway through it. Excellent, well placed. Okay, so that's perfect for Arvel. If Hira now...
No, porque no era magia por eso.
Actually straight. Trying to block those turns to the right, to left, I guess.
Si no entraba directo.
See if she overlaps the gas cloud.
Entra.
Vale, pues mi vaca hace un 3 cerrado.
Nudged Arvo a little bit. Went to the right. Eek. Okay, so this could be where Hira gets a heavy shot off on Chirino, and then Chirino returns mutual fire, or Suntir takes Hiro off before anybody gets to fire. Suntir's probably going to boost up, right? Just to get into that range 1, wants to try and ensure getting those free hits through. It's as much of a possibility as possible to get free hits through. No, barrel rolled. And they're boosts. Okay. Getting out of Arvel's arc, I guess. Yeah. Making sure he doesn't have to take any return fire. But here Suntir's going to be firing on Hero. He's going to get 4 dice. Focus. And Vader's another damage off of Hero. Oh, come on, overlaid. Update. There we go.
Bueno, eso es cuando activas. Vale, pues son tira a tu vaca.
Suntir firing on Hero, right? You said Chewbacca, but on the Baka, right? Okay, so gets 2, and that's enough to take her off, right? And that's a stun pilot. Chirino rolls for the console fire, doesn't take any damage. Arvel! Oh no! It's not going well for Arvel here. He just saw the VCX explode in his face. 1 hit, 1 crit on Arvel. Arvel rolls. Blank, evade. So no damage there. And is there any arc? I don't think there is arc from Arvel onto either of them. And back to Dials, but oh dear, Arvel, there's not much left to play for Alberto here. I mean, if Arvo was somehow able to make some excellent positional choices and get into a position where he's not getting shot at by either of them, you know, it's going to take one shot from either of them from him to just wipe out, you know, like 3 hit points on Sun TFL, 2 hit points on Chirino. If he can just get into that position, if he can overlap, if he can bump Chirino. That was his. He was repairing a card there from the Novice Tech, I guess. If he can overlap Chirino, then Chirino can't fire back, and he gets that range 1 bonus, 3 dice. But yeah, he's not in a good position. Stressed right now. He's not going to be able to catch them. No, I think next turn it's game because. Just because of how many maneuvers are open to a stressed Arvo and what he can do. But either way, like I'm saying, is he could go crazy straight. But he'd be taking a shot from Chirino almost certainly. Just a free straight. Interesting choice. I guess he thinks he's trying to block Suntir this turn. Barrel rolls left. Chirino disengaging this turn. So that might have been something that might have saved Arvel here. Is that this turn, if he's managed to get into a position where Suntir can't get a shot on him and Chirino's out of range, then maybe he can find a repositional advantage to get back into this game. Yeah, but not there. He doesn't have a talent. He's got Segnors loop. He doesn't have a talent roll. Back to Dart again. So it's an interesting choice, yeah, to have for what Arvel can possibly do. Like I say, what he needs to do is, especially now as Suntir is kind of split up, if there was some magic way he'd get turned around and caught up with Suntir before Chirino caught up, then maybe he could just maybe get one good block off on Suntir, fire on Suntir, range 1, get with the intimidation ability, reduce Suntir's agility, and maybe just get that one good shot to take him off the board. Turning 1 hard to the right. I anticipate we're going to be seeing Chirino doing a 3 hard to the right and then rotating the arc and probably just being in range 3. It doesn't rotate the arc from Chirino there. He's still got those stress tokens. He's not able to do actions from the Panic Pilot. Suntir boosting round.
Disparos. Yo a ti no te veo seguro.
No llego por rango.
Por arco no.
Por rango no llego. No llego por rango.
Por el arco no llega. Vamos a preguntar.
I think they're asking a judge.
No, son 2 contra 1. Yo lo veo claro.
¿Qué pasa?
El arque de darme a la vaca.
Sujétame a... Sí, sujétame a... Sujétame en las perrillas. ¿Qué estamos mirando?
Si ahora le da la vaca.
¿Si le ve?
Y la vaca no le da. Sí.
¿La vaca hacia dónde lo tiene? ¿Hacia adelante? Sí, también.
¿También? O sea, nos ponemos para mutuamente.
Vale, pues dale, duro tu primero.
Empiezo yo.
Okay, so there is Art. Arvel gets a free shot off here.
Estamos convencidos de que ninguno de los dos veía al otro. O sea, como dos
He
gilipollas.
puesto la regla y he dicho que estamos mirando porque a mí me
Esto
parece...
demuestra que hay que tener buen ojo para hacer un talking nacional.
Exacto.
Oh no, Chirino fires. Chirino does have Art. Right, okay, so 3 hits from Chirino on Crinid here. They've got blank, blank, blank focus.
Muy malos
And I think he gives him the game. Yeah, because there's no way he's not going over, yeah.
Buena, tío. Que sepas que yo iba contigo, entonces yo esta mañana he dicho que quería que ganaras tú el
No podías ir
nacional.
con él porque yo soy Willy, tío.
Ya, pero es que todo el resto de gente que hay aquí que me cae bien se va a poner muy pesado si no gana. Digo, es que esto, yo quiero que gane
La
al
camiseta, la camiseta. Gracias.
Pones oídos.
Bueno, este. Buena,
No, 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 no,
La bomba
no.
con corra.
Aparte de la bomba.
No.
Aquí tenías que haber hecho el 5 coin. Convierte la bomba con la vaca.
Con la vaca, pero.
La vaca.
La,
4 coin. Me da igual, ¿sabes lo que te
Sí,
digo?
sí,
Que se hubiera
sí,
comido
sí,
la
sí,
bomba él.
Come la bomba con la vaca, sí.
Y a Santi le libera, y a
Aquí-
Corra le libera.
aquí, cuando estaba la partida así, ¿vale? Yo tenía en mente o el 3 cerra para aquí o el 3 cerra para aquí. Por eso me estaba, el turno que me estaba te estaba, digo. Porque digo, si me meto aquí, o sea, era un 50%. Y he fallado. Era un 50%.
Sí, no.
Era un 50% y he fallado. Porque mi primer pensamiento eran 5 rectos, un 5 recto,
Ahí bloqueas.
bloqueo, 4K, 2 cerrados y que Sentir me haga lo que me dé la gana.
Claro, yo pensaba que ibas a hacer eso, de hecho.
Claro, yo digo
Pero
que
es
la
que
vaca es comerse la bomba.
Por serlo evidente, ya, la vaca se come la bomba.
Claro,
A lo otro, claro, el impulso de aquí realmente era porque
para bloquearle.
para bloquearle aquí y la vaca castigaba a.
Claro,
aquí.
ya ahí te habría matado la vaca, pero Corran sobrevive. Luego ya es
Corra
Corran
sobrevive y tú
Entonces,
te hubieras cargado eso.
entonces Corran hacía así.
Sí. Sí,
Mi película no ha salido. No ha salido mi película, ha salido así.
Ahora viene de fuera cuando me dijiste que los apartamentos de la bomba la
Ya, luego, bueno, luego, dados son. O
Tampoco
sea,
es esperable que el pobre Corran se comiera a las 3 de la bomba. Claro.
dados son, o sea, tampoco.
Ya, bueno, sí, pero que te quiero decir que era preferible que se hubiera comido
No,
la vaca.
pero si me pongo yo aquí la bomba, aunque me haga el pleno, ya me como, hago el impulso, Sonti ya no me va a hacer daño.
Claro.
Él tiene que elegir entre castigarme a él o acabar con Corran, que es una decisión que ya tienes al aire. Y a mi Corran ya tiene tiempo para regenerar, o sea, ya viene. Pero bueno, que no.
¿Que vienes a hacer entrevista?
Y tanto.
¿Ya?
Y tanto.
Hombre, prácticamente acabas de hacer la entrevista ahí. Oh, wrong button. I should press that button. Okay, welcome Alberto. Congratulations on making the top 8
Thank you.
at the Grand Championship, but it wasn't to be, huh? Perdón, claro que tenía que hacer la entrevista en español.
Sí, mi inglés es muy flojillo.
Vale. Que no iba a ser posible en este caso. ¿Tú crees que era una partida ganable para ti? ¿Era una cosa que
Era la
podrías haber
partida
ganado?
de que yo contra su arquetipo exacto no había jugado contra Chiri Rexler y Chiri Susurro.
Ajá.
Entonces el Sontir de 6 pues maneja... Luego pide. El Sontir de 6 luego es diferente al Rexler y a Susurro.
Ajá.
Y bueno, o sea, la partida ha ido más o menos según la idea mía, pero claro, he fallado lo que estábamos ya comentando. En ese 50% de elegir si es
Si
pie
lo
hacia el 3
comes la
cerrado para
bomba,
abajo.
ya.
La bomba, o sea, más que nada era elegir si
Si lo
es pie hacia
come-
el 3 cerrado para abajo o un abierto 3 cerrado para arriba.
Ya.
No he acertado.
No.
Y aparte luego ya pues la bomba me la he comido, etcétera.
Vale. Ya,
salido.
claro, es que viéndolo, claro que se fue una partida muy en tu contra.
Sí.
Y claro, que quería estar claro de que tú has ganado contra los Chiri
Sí.
Wexler, Chiri
Sobre todo,
Susurros.
mira, me han faltado, que eso ya son dados, pero lógicamente, las dos blancas que ha repetido en dos blancas la era, eran dos empates que son justo las dos vidas de Chiri que ha quedado.
Ya.
Si se queda la vaca contra la vaca Sera.
Ya.
Si se queda Era y Arbel contra Sontir, Sontir tocado ya, aún me podía fabricar alguna ocasión, pero es
Es difícil. Y también tenías puede ser, porque los tres naves con crackshot, obviamente contra Chile no sirven para nada, así que ahí en cierto sentido estás... ¿qué es la palabra? En inglés decimos handicap, ¿no? Como en golf, ¿no? De que estás
por detrás,
en cierto sentido. Así que en este caso no ha sido posible, pero creo que sí que había posibilidades. Eran como dos listas muy igualadas.
Exacto.
Y iba a ser claro que él iba muy agresiva con Chirino desde el principio.
Correcto.
Y iba a ser una cosa de que estamos viendo, de que iba a ser un intercambio de Gira por Chirino. Iba a ser muy rápido así. El problema es la proximidad. Se ha arreglado Corran.
Exacto.
Yeah.
El tema está, por eso he hecho en el primer turno con Corran ya he hecho el doble disparo, el double tap, porque luego con él quería hacer el máximo que luego se ha chocado con Chiri con el impulso. Era un 3 cerrado, no un 2 cerrado.
Como se hacía el Moff Jezrod y
exacto, te digo, hago el double tap con Corran, ya le hago daño y la era ya entra al siguiente turno con el 2 cerrado. Y teóricamente le iba a meter muchos críticos. Luego esa tirada no ha salido, pues.
Ya.
No ha salido.
Pues eso, ya está, hasta ahí llegas. Muchas gracias por todo, ha sido un placer. A ver qué me pillo a Espi. En español. Es Grand Championship Spain. So. Ok, enhorabuena.
Gracias.
Por llegar hasta semis. Ya. Recuérdame, en los System Opens, recuerdo que hiciste muy bien en Francia.
System Open hice top 16 en Francia y top 4 en Madrid.
Top 4 aquí, ya. Vale, bueno, bien, ¿no? Y
Sí,
bien papel que has
vale.
marcado esta temporada. ¿También estabas en el Mundial?
En el Mundial hice el segundo día y luego me echaron en el top 64.
Top 64, que era la segunda ronda del día 2, ¿ya? ¿Y en Europeo estabas?
En europeo no.
No, vale. Pues eso, tienes una récord de este año bastante larga, extensa, ya estás a semifinal de un Grand Championship y también con posibilidades. ¿Has visto las otras listas que están rodeando por ahí?
He visto que me toca contra el que gane de Juan del Río y Apolo. Apolo lleva lleva Wedge y Han, y Juan del Río lleva Palpamóvil, Vader y Sontir.
¿Y Susurro?
Y Susurro, sí,
Ya.
Vader y Susurro, sí.
Ya, pues eso, ¿cómo te lo ves contra esos?
Cualquiera de las dos me viene fatal. Me viene, a ver, como lista, yo creo que me viene un poco mejor la de Juan, porque muevo yo después que él con Sontir.
Ajá.
Pero Juan es un jugador espectacular, entonces no sé yo.
Sí.
No me fío nada de ninguno de los dos.
Muy bien, vale, pues eso, ahora llegas a semifinal. Ese partido hemos dicho que tú has sido muy agresiva con Chileno al principio. Y se ve claro que iba a ser una cosa de intercambiar una Hera por Chileno, ¿no? Porque la intercambio de dados es casi igual, ¿no? Después de eso iba a ser Suntir bailando con los otros dos. Pero la proximidad, la mina y el impulso de Moff Jezreel le has pillado por sorpresa, se ha pasado por encima de la proximidad del siguiente turno y se ha regalado a Corran en realidad, ¿no? Y eso se ha cambiado la turno de eventos, de que de repente Gira iba a morir uno de una manera u otra, no había manera de quitarlo, y Arbel contra Suntir no iba a ser posible, ¿vale? Así que desde Kifa, después de 20 minutos, lo tenías la partida bastante ganada. Entrando en la partida, ¿te viste de que necesitabas tanta agresividad con Chileno? ¿Eso era como parte del juego?
Sí, el tema es que él ha puesto Hera muy separada, la ha puesto en la esquina, y entonces yo lo que no quería, ayer planteándome cómo jugar la partida, lo que no quería era que en el primer encaramiento me disparara con los tres, o sea, que me bloqueara a Chileno con Arbel y me disparara con los 3 más el doble tap de Corran, porque entonces sí que me podía hacer mucho daño a Chireno. Entonces yo lo que quería era flanquearle un poquito lo que se pudiera con Chireno para que al menos no me disparase con los 3. Por eso fui muy agresivo, porque había separado a Jera y entonces sabía que Jera por lo menos ese turno, el primer turno, no me iba a disparar y yo le iba a poder tocar algo a sus naves. Y luego también con MOV mi idea era quedarme a rango 2 más o menos para luego poder usar MOV, meterlo delante suya y que sus naves se chocasen después con MOV y tal. Pero es verdad que tuve mucha suerte con la mina porque le metí mucho daño a Corran con la mina, luego con Sontir, o sea, es que Corran ha caído en un turno básicamente. Que ahí he tenido bastante suerte. Eso la verdad es que no me lo esperaba.
Vale, pues ya está. Muchas gracias. Suerte para tu siguiente partida, ¿vale? Adiós.